I know this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Death Wish 3, 1985. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I actually thought it was better than Death Wish 2. And the last 30 minutes are great. Lots of explosions and people actually protecting their own property, which is probably illegal now. But it wasn't in 1985. So it's kind of a time capsule when you could actually protect your property with a gun, even though it's technically it's illegal in East New York in 1985. I don't know how historically accurate that is, but in any case, Charles Bronson goes to East New York to visit an old war buddy friend. He was a conscientious objector, but he ended up becoming buddies with his fellow soldier who's living in East New York. So he takes a bus and a cab there, and he's found dead. The guy's found dead, roughed up by this gang that's going terrorizing the people there. The senior citizens in this run-down, low-income housing kind of project deal. So Charles Bronson gets framed for the murder just because he happened to be there after the real bad guys left, and he's thrown in jail by Ed Lauter, who's kind of the authoritarian kind of police chief. Completely ignores Charles Bronson's legal rights, and then he said, "Oh, look, my police department can't control crime, and you're a vigilante, so I'm hiring you to clean up the streets." That kind of thing. Kind of an interesting concept, actually. I couldn't get into the military drumbeat in this thing, but like I said, the ending is spectacular. There are a couple of rape scenes where the women are go topless. It's got everything, and Charles Bronson has his one-liners that are pretty funny. He's got like a grenade launcher thing, or a rocket launcher thing. And, well, I don't want to spoil the ending too much, but he's got a machine gun, some kind of modified handgun. He says it makes a real mess. That was pretty funny. And so they start killing off his friends one by one. They injure his other the other tenant who's living in the same building with his friend Charlie, the war hero guy. And he ends up getting roughed up, but he goes to the hospital. And he's holding a couple of Charlie's machine guns. The thing jammed when he got fed up. People throwing rocks in his window and stuff. And the machine gun jammed, and they pushed him over the emergency window scaffolding thing, and he ended up going to the hospital. But then Charles Bronson goes into protective custody. They kissed his girlfriend. They killed his girlfriend. And everything went between him and his girlfriend or off camera in this one. I guess they wanted to protect their R rating. And, but you do see Charles Bronson putting on his shirt, which isn't particularly appeal to the period interest, if you know what I mean. At least not mine. Anyways, the bad guy has a reverse mohawk. It's shaped in the middle, and he's got hair on the sides, kind of weird looking. Then he's got a stripe, like war paint, going down the middle, and he's got the equal sign with the diagonal cross through it. That's the sign of his gang. All of his gang have that sign on their forehead. It looks kind of goofy, but like I said, the ending was pretty good. And, there's a full-scale riot at the end with lots of explosions. Pretty cool. Looks like Minneapolis after George Floyd died, presumably at the hands of a police officer, but could have been that he died from fentanyl, for all I know. Anyways, speaking of which, we went to a church in Belmont, and it was pretty crazy. It exceeded all of my expectations. I was thinking of going to Calvary Chapel in San Jose. They were, but then the pastor was kind of being like a jerk, and he's way too conservative for me on certain things. I'm not saying that conservatism is all bad. I'm probably a social conservative most of the time, except for when I'm watching these movies. But I'm not hurting anybody, and I'm an adult. I can handle it. So, at least that's the excuse. Or actually, I tell my best friend that it's my guilty pleasure to watch these kind of films. And anyways, when COVID hit, I was looking for anything. After all the churches closed, this is what I told the pastor, who did a magnificent presentation service today. And I went to shake his hand. Wanted to thank him. He did a great job. I thought it was a magnificent what he said. I wish Catholic priests would talk like this guy. That's like getting a Jesuit priest to talk like this guy is like pulling teeth. If you know what I mean. Anyways, I guess the only reason to go to Catholic church these days is to get the Holy Sacrament and to visit Jesus on the altar. But this guy was just going off, very passionate and very clear thinking. This guy, and even he's got this funny thing in his throat where he kind of echoes his voice in his throat. I don't know how he does it, but I guess he's possessed by Jesus or something. But anyway, I thought he was a great speaker, and he made a very logical kind of presentation, like I said. And but it was almost 2 hours. I could post a video in the description box for you. And I don't know why I just mentioned that, but yeah, this movie has this movie, Death Wish 3, would be a good movie for a gun advocate to watch. As far as self-protection against the creeps, as Charles Bronson calls them. And anyways, Um, Joe Bob Briggs was protesting the tearing down of all the grindhouses on 42nd Street back in the 80s. And he said Charles Bronson was meant to be seen 30 feet, 5 feet high as God intended. I didn't like Death Wish 2, is this one. Like I said, I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I really loved it. I'll try to look for the trailer in the movie description box, but I think it's an MGM movie, so it's probably under copyright protection. We'll see. I'll definitely post the today's message if you're interested. It's very provocative, and I'm sure it'll offend a lot of people, but I thought it was great. I sent it to my best friend. She has the same kind of philosophy as I do. And my son was clapping. He thought it was okay, I guess. I don't know, but he was hungry. So was I, because it started at 10 and then it went almost to 12. And we get in the car and we're thinking, man, I'm ready for lunch. Anyways, that's the end of my review. Highly recommended. Check it out. Laters.